Plaintiff Haley Furman says when she first met the defendant, she didn't care for him because he was into drugs. Haley says years later they started dating, and after she won some money in a bikini contest, she gave the defendant a loan to pay his bills. However, she's suing him today because he has yet to repay her. Defendant Marcus Buchanan says a month after he started dating Haley, she came up with the idea to use her winnings from the bikini contest to buy and sell prescription drugs. Marcus claims the two of them were also using the drugs, and they didn't make money because they used so much of their supply. Marcus denies ever borrowing money from Haley.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Tell me what happened.
Your Honor, I knew Marcus through high school. We didn't really hang out very much. He was into drugs, I wasn't. We hung out with different people. When he was a senior, he got charged with wanted endangerment for driving. I mean, I don't know what he was on, what he was doing.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't a senior. When I was 19. I got in a wreck when I was drinking.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't have the right date. After November of this year, we started hanging out with mutual friends. He seemed like he had changed. He was a nice guy, somebody that I would want to spend my time with.
What type of drugs did you know of him to use?
I mean, I didn't know him that well. I know that he smoked pot.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know he'd used prescription drugs.
He did?
He
in
did.
High school?
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know for sure. I mean, that's just what I heard, because we didn't hang out with the same people.
Okay.
He got laid off from his job, and he obviously couldn't pay for his bills, couldn't afford anything, so I loaned him $1,300. I had extra in my savings account. I won some money in a bikini contest last June, and I
I used to win money that way too.
I gave him.
Anybody want to see?
No, they don't want to see me.
Doyle. All right.
That was 10 years ago.
That's 10 years ago. Well, like 30. Sir, you want to give me any background information?
When I was a sophomore in high school, my girlfriend, it wasn't Jackie, her and Haley didn't get along at all, and they actually got into a fight. And the blame came on me, and her mom didn't like me or anything, and we didn't talk much after that. She had an apartment when she was 18, and she lived there. There was always partying going on there, drug use. I'd go over there, I'd smoke with her, whatever.
You say honest. When was he to repay you?
He was supposed to get a job. He was supposed to make payments to me when he got a job within 2 weeks.
Did he?
No.
Has he paid you anything?
He gave me one $200 payment and this $50 savings bond that I can't cash.
Why not? It's not in your name.
It isn't. Well, he transferred it in my name, but he has to be there for me to cash it.
Oh, okay. Security deposit, tell me about that.
We were going to get an apartment. We were supposed to move in March 21st. We ended up breaking up before we moved in, so I canceled it, and I didn't get any of the deposit back.
Why?
Because for the days, they had to rent the apartment out, and for the days that they couldn't rent the apartment out, it was still to us, so they didn't give me the money back.
All right. Sir, why don't you tell me about the loans and the security deposit?
All right. We were dating for about a month, and after then, she came up with an idea of taking out that money and investing in drugs and then making money off of it. She didn't give me that money to pay bills.
What type of drugs? How was she going to do that? What was supposed to happen?
Perk 30s, they're painkillers. And
what is it called?
They're called Perk 30s. They're $30 pill drugs. And the first thing that was ever bought with that money, she took out that money during the day. Then she went to work. The money was never in my hands. She went to work, and right when she got off, we went together. We bought 80 Perk 30s for $1,600 because she had an extra $400 on her.
Tell me how the transaction went down.
Right when she got off work, we went together and went to the guy's house, and we bought 80 of them for $1,600. And then we went and stayed at a hotel that whole weekend, and she owed $400 to her mom for a car payment. And we kept on. We used a whole bunch. After 3 months we were together, we were using that whole time, and through getting robbed from different people. And I can name specific times where, one time we were supposed to get 50 Perk 15s, and they ended up being Perk 5s, and we took a $250 loss right then. And we weren't just, selling, the pills, we were selling weed also. And if I ever needed anything, I had to go up to her work and get it from her. Like I said, I was a big secret to her parents when we first started dating. you know, like the trust issue definitely was not there. And, you know, the money was never in my hands. I would never put myself in that kind of debt.
I have text messages from him that say that he does owe me the money.
Oh, really?
And also
Sir?
I have a drug test from myself that's, I don't know if you want to see that. I'm not a drug user. I'm in school for nursing. I would never
If
do
there
anything
is
like
text,
that.
there
And if
will-
that's what he spent the money on for the drugs, I was not there for it.
Sir?
If there's text, there's definitely information left out. She used thousands and thousands of dollars of drugs. OxyContin, we were using everything. Like, it got to the point where, you know, she'd be calling me crying, saying she was sick, you know, and I know she's still using. That's why I brought my girlfriend, because we all got the same friends.
Come on up.
We all got the same
I don't
friends.
have
State your
any
name.
friends that they have.
Hi, Your Honor. My name's Jackie Davidson.
What do you want to tell me?
I just wanted to tell you that we used to date previously before him and Haley got together, and when they were together, we would still all hang out like with the same friends at the same places. And I can tell you that Haley did have perk 30s, and she did sell them to even friends that I knew.
All that money was invested in drugs. It was drug money, and in the end, like, we broke up. We always fought all the time, and I was still on the side, still talking to Jackie, especially because it was just, you know, it was unhealthy
Did
relationship.
you all ever stay in hotels regularly?
No.
Every
Ever stay in
weekend.
any at all?
Probably like 1 or 2 times we did.
Every weekend.
My mom's very strict on me. She doesn't let me.
Except for the 2 times?
Well, I mean, she lets me, if I have a reason to stay out, like I went out with my friends to the bars one night. That's when we got a hotel that night, and I stayed out. And the other one, I mean, I have to tell my parents exactly where I'm going. I have to be,
So
I
you
have a
told them
curfew.
where you were going that night?
Yeah.
And she said, all right?
Yes.
Your Honor, she would always make lies to her mom, telling her she was spending the night at her best friend's house, and we would really be going to hotels. And one weekend, and specifically, it might have been the weekend of her birthday, we used 20 of those perk 30s combined a piece. And they're $30 pills, you know.
So why do you think she decided to sue you?
Exactly. That's why I'm so.
You have no idea?
That's why I'm so baffled. Like, you know, like I said, the trust issue was
You've
not
never
there.
asked her?
Never. And
Why?
When we broke up, I'm the type person, you know, once it's done, it's done.
Yeah, I am too. But when somebody sues me, I want to know why. I'm reading this entire email, and there's absolutely nothing that might even infer that you all had anything to do with drugs. Not one word. You talk about staying at the motel. You talk about buying food, cigarettes, and gas, and whatever you wanted, but you don't say anything about drugs. Not one thing.
It had to have been left out, because the last thing I ever said to her, there was $600 unaccounted for. And that's not including any of the drugs for 4 months that she was using. And like I'm saying, for 4 months, she was using these drugs.
I got you.
And we were
Sir,
both using
I
them.
think that you think you're slick enough to come in here and trick me. You sound like you've come up with a real good alibi or a real good defense. And slicksters and drug dealers like yourself, they always rehearse and think long and hard what they're going to tell the judge. That's what criminals do,
I have
such
no
as
drug
yourself.
charges.
Pardon me?
I have no drug charges.
He got charged
I
with
know,
one
but you
thing.
admitted that you sold drugs.
I know, I
You don't
know.
have to be charged, dope dealer.
Right.
Yeah, you're a drug dealer. You said it. Whether you got charged or not, you need
Your
to be.
Honor.
I know you probably didn't, but you should be, because you're admitting right here that you did. Either you're admitting or you're lying, one or the other.
Your Honor.
Now, what? You sell too? What? What do
Your
you
Honor,
want to
I do
admit
not
to?
sell drugs.
What do you want to admit to?
I don't want to admit to anything
Okay, thank
besides
you.
the fact that when I would be over at our friends' houses where she would be all the time, she was selling drugs as well.
All right, and
They
what
did
would
it
you
together.
do? You leave?
Did I leave?
Yes.
No. I would
Okay,
stay.
well,
Your Honor, I
you
work.
committed a crime too, sitting up there knowingly while illegal drugs were being sold. You're a
Right.
criminal too, by your own admission. Now,
Your Honor.
I'm going to grant you that's enough. I'm going to grant you your judgment. I don't believe him. From the text I do have, you agreed to pay her. $12.25 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
That's how he makes his money. He sells drugs.
Yeah, that's why I do valet, you know, I don't sell drugs, you know. Who would go on national TV and say that they sold a bunch
He
of
just
drugs?
did. He just went on national TV and told me he sold drugs.